Hello students, in the previous video you have seen the plant tissue and the types of plant tissue. We will come to the next animal tissue. Animal tissue consists of four types of animal tissue: connective tissue, epithelial tissue, muscle tissue and nervous tissue. These are the four main types of animal tissues. Now we will see each tissues one by one. First, epithelial tissue. It is the covering or outer protective tissue in animal body. In epithelial tissue, they mainly form the outer protective covering of animal body. They cover most organs and cavities within the body, form a barrier to keep different body systems separate. Like, it's not like that your heart, your lungs and all are together. They all are separated, right? So these epithelial tissue are the one which form a barrier. They separate out each organ. Tightly packed and form a continuous sheet. They are tightly packed and they form a continuous sheet. They have a small amount of cementing material between them, because of which they are attached. Okay. There is no intercellular space. The permeability of cells of various epithelia play an important role in regulating the exchange of materials between the body and also different parts of the body. See, like your skin, you sweat, okay, so there is some permeability means that, the sweat is able to come out of your body or to outside, so that is called permeability. So the exchange of material, this exchange of material is taking between the body and the atmosphere. In the similar manner, in different parts of the body, the exchange of materials take place, and that is because of this tissue which is permeable like porous. It allows the movement of movement of substances inside to outside and outside to inside. That is permeable. You have studied plasma membrane is called semi-permeable membrane. So that is permeability. Then it is separated from the underlying tissue by an extracellular fibrous basement membrane. From the underlying tissue, the tissue which is lying underlying downwards, they are separated by an extracellular fibrous basement membrane. It is found in the skin. Now where all you find epithelial tissue? In the skin, the lining of the mouth, the lining of blood vessels, lung alveoli and kidney tubules. Lung alveoli, it is in the lungs. I think in 7th standard you have studied the structure of the respiratory system, in which you have studied the lungs. Inside the lungs you have alveoli, and alveoli is the one which help in the exchange of gases. You take in oxygen, no? And you breathe out carbon dioxide, and that oxygen and carbon dioxide is exchanged through alveoli. So that is, you will study in detail in higher classes. Just to tell you what is alveoli. So there again exchange is taking place, so permeability is there. So that is epithelial tissue. So epithelial tissue, mainly it forms the outer covering and it is permeable, and it separates the different parts of the body. You may be asked, like, which type of tissue is found in the skin and all. You may be asked such type of question, and you should know that. So epithelial tissue, again we are going to detail about epithelial tissue. There are four types of epithelial tissue: simple squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, columnar epithelium and stratified squamous epithelium. Okay, now simple squamous epithelium, just by the name you can realize that it is a simple kind of cells would be there. So it is simple flat kind of epithelium. We are studying the types of epithelial tissue. Okay, so it is a simple flat kind of epithelium. It is again selectively permeable. Its cells are extremely thin and flat and form a delicate lining. Now where do you find simple squamous epithelium? You find in the cells lining blood vessels. Blood vessels, you know, artery, veins and all. So the cells that are lining the arteries and veins, they contain this simple squamous epithelium. Lung alveoli, just now I told you alveoli, which help in exchange of gases. And so from the lungs to different parts of the body, and from different parts of the body to lungs, that is lung alveoli. So its surface is also very much permeable. So that contains simple squamous epithelium. Esophagus, you know, food pipe and mouth. These parts, your lining of the mouth, these parts contains simple squamous epithelium. Okay, so simple squamous epithelium is a simple kind of epithelium, and it is selectively permeable. The examples are cells lining blood vessels, lung alveoli, esophagus, and your mouth, lining of the mouth. Coming to the next type of epithelium, cuboidal epithelium. Cuboidal epithelium, just by the name you can say cube shaped cells. Okay, so it has cube shaped cells. It provides mechanical support. It forms the inner lining of kidney tubules. Now kidney tubules are there. Inside the kidney, again nephrons and all are there. So kidney tubules are there. So all those are lined by epithelium. Kidney tubules and ducts of salivary glands. You know salivary gland, saliva, you have saliva in your mouth, and how does that saliva come? Because of a gland which is called salivary gland, and salivary gland contain ducts. Ducts means like a pipe sort of thing, a tube sort of thing. Okay, so that is ducts. So ducts of salivary gland also contain cuboidal epithelium. When gland cells are present in epithelial cells, a portion of it fold inward and they are called glandular cells. So when such cuboidal epithelium, if it contains some gland, they fold inward and they are called glandular epithelium. By the name glandular epithelium, you can say that it is consisting of gland. Now columnar epithelium, column shaped. Cuboidal epithelium, cube shaped. Simple squamous epithelium, they are simple cells. Columnar epithelium, they are having column shaped cells, or you can say pillar like epithelium. They facilitate movement across the epithelium barrier. Absorption and secretion occur here. About absorption of anything and secretion of anything, like secretion of your excretory organ is doing secretion. Okay, so absorption and secretion all are helped by columnar epithelium. It is found in the inner lining of intestine. Yes, your intestine, lot of absorption work is done in the digestive system, right? So it is found in the inner lining of intestine. In the respiratory tract, the columnar epithelial tissue also has cilia. Now respiratory tract means your respiratory system, your windpipe and your bronchi and bronchioles, all that has cilia. Cilia means small hair-like structure, and you have studied about cilia in microorganisms also. They are having cilia. Cilia is like hair-like structure which will help in movement. Okay, so here also in the respiratory tract, cilia is present, and which are hair-like structure on the outer surface of epithelial cells, and so they are called ciliated columnar epithelium. So that cilia will help in the movement of substances. Okay, and if cilia is present, then it is called ciliated columnar epithelium. Coming to the last type of epithelial tissue, it is stratified squamous epithelium. Stratified squamous epithelium, as soon as you hear the word stratified, strata, you might have studied in your social, strata means layer. Okay, different layers of soils are there, they are called strata. So stratified squamous epithelium means having many layers of cells. So they are arranged in a pattern of layers, and that prevents wear and tear, and they are present in the skin. See, sometimes when you get hurt, or sometimes your skin comes out, you after some days you find that when you are having some hurt, after some days again the new skin arises, again it comes back to normal. Why? Because there are many layers of tissue on your skin. So that is because of the stratified squamous epithelium, which are many layered, and they prevent wear and tear. So if that layer, if it is not formed, what will happen? If you get hurt or something, that skin would be lost, isn't it? Then you won't get back that skin. So the stratified squamous epithelium help in wear and tear, and it is present in layers. So you can see the picture here. It is present in layers. You need not go for the detailed diagram of that. Just remember it is present in layers, and it is present in the skin. So today we had studied animal tissue. Under animal tissue we were studying epithelial tissue. There are 4 types of epithelial tissue. Simple squamous epithelium, which is having simple flat kind of epithelium. Its example are cells lining blood vessels, lung alveoli, esophagus, mouth. All the cells that are lining such organs. Then cuboidal epithelium has cube-shaped cells, and they are present in the inner lining of kidney tubules and ducts of salivary glands. Then we had seen columnar epithelium, column-shaped cells, and they are found in the inner lining of intestine. Then we had seen stratified squamous epithelium, which is present in the skin. So these are the 4 types of epithelial tissue. There are still more types of animal tissue left. We will be seeing that we have studied only epithelial tissue. There are 4 types of animal tissue: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, and nervous tissue. We have seen the first one, that is epithelial tissue. We will continue with the other types of tissue in the next class. Thank you.